Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Donna. I'm going to be your instructor today. Today we have a mat Pilates flow for you. All you're going to need is a block, band, and weights, and as always, the props are optional. If you're not ever sure how to modify, the first thing I want you to do is get rid of the props, and then we can talk about changing the form from there. We're going to go ahead and get started lying down on our backs. Extend your legs out nice and long in front of you. Roll all the way back, and as usual, we're going to get connected with our breath. You can let your hands rest on your ribs. Take a big inhale through your nose. And a big exhale through your mouth like you're blowing air out of a straw. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. Inhale, filling up, feeling your ribs expand and separate, breathing into your side body, filling up your belly. And exhale, pulling your belly button to spine, feeling your side body get a little bit smaller, knitting your ribs together. 3 more breaths just like that. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Two more. Big inhale. And big exhale. Last one, your biggest inhale. And your biggest exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, full body stretch, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, hug your right knee into your chest, give it a tight squeeze. And then use your left hand to pull your right knee across your body. Gaze opens out to the right side. We're only here for 1 breath in and 1 breath out. Lift your leg back up through center. Extend your right leg up to the ceiling. Point and lower your right leg to hover an inch off the mat. Exhale, flex, and lift it right back up. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. And we're just warming up our hips and our core. Exhale as you flex and lift for 2 more. Exhale, lift. Last one. Exhale, lift. Keeping your head, neck, and shoulders down to start. Walk your hands up your leg as far up as you can get it. And then inhale to prepare. Exhale, bend your elbows, float your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Hold the stretch here for 3. For 2. On 1, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat. Release your right leg. Hug your left knee into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze. And then use your right hand to pull your left knee across your body to the right. Gaze opens out to the left over your left shoulder. Left arm opens up. For 1 breath in, 1 breath out. Lift your leg back up through center. Extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Your arms rest down at your side. Inhale as you point and lower the leg to hover. Exhale, flex and lift it right back up. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. For 2 more. Exhale, lift. Last one. Exhale, lift and hold. Walk your hands up your leg. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bend your elbows, float your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, holding for 3. For 2. On 1, lower your head, neck, and shoulders all the way down. Hug both knees into your chest. Give them a tight squeeze. And then place your hands on either one of your knees, and you're going to draw circles with your knees going away from each other. For 3. For 2. On 1, reverse the direction. Still separating your knees. For 3. For 2. Last one. You're going to extend both legs long out in front of you. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, full body stretch. Exhale, lift your arms up above your chest, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly peel yourselves all the way up off the mat. Inhale, find the tall spine. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Holding here for 3 breaths. Maybe on your inhale, you lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper for 2. Last one, your deepest breath in. And your deepest breath out. Stack your spine up nice and tall. Arms come to shoulder height. Tuck your tailbone under and slowly lower it all the way down to your mat. See how slow you can go. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lift your arms up above your chest. Tuck your chin and peel your upper back, your mid back, your low back, and keep the curvature in your spine until you reach the top. Then find your tall spine and forward fold over your legs for one breath in, one breath out. Stack it all the way up. Arms come to shoulder height. Tuck your tailbone and lower it all the way back down. One more slow one, just like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arms lift up above your chest. Tuck your chin to your chest and slowly peel yourself all the way up off your mat. Inhale, your arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. For 3, for 2, on 1. If your block is at the top edge of your mat like mine, bring the block down with you this time. So we're going to stack up, block is in hands, tuck your tailbone under, and slowly lower it all the way back down. The block is going to rest over to the side. We don't need it just yet. Still warming up. Your arms are going to rest down at your side. You're going to extend both legs up to the ceiling. I want you to slowly peel your hips, then your low back, then your mid back, and peel all the way up until you've reached your shoulder blades and you want your legs to come up overhead. Maybe they tap the floor behind you, maybe they don't. And then you're just going to slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time, and your legs lower all the way down to float off the mat. Exhale. Lift your legs up, stack them over your hips, and then slowly begin to peel your lower body off the mat, one vertebrae at a time, finding this position, and then slowly, with control, lowering all the way back down. So the main difference, at least for me, between the Pilates and the Sculpt is that we're moving with slow and controlled movements, really intentional with what muscles we're using. Whereas with the Sculpt, we're getting our heart rate up a little bit more. So I really want you to make sure that you're not using momentum to lift your hips up and roll them back over. You're just using your core and all the muscles around your spine. We lower down. Exhale. Roll all the way back and overhead. One more just like that. Lower all the way down with control. Exhale. Roll all the way back overhead. And come back to your starting position. Now your hands are going to come behind your knees. You're going to rock and roll all the way up. Find your teaser. Find stillness here. And then rock and roll all the way back. All the way up and pause. And tuck and roll it all the way back. All the way up. Pause here. Try not to let your feet touch down. If you need to give them a quick little tap, you can. We roll it back. And up. Our shoulders are rolled away from our ears, even when we come up. Last 2, roll it back and roll it up. Last 1. And we pause at the top. At the top of our teaser, we have 2 options here. Extend your legs out straight, and you're going to grab onto one of your ankles, lower one leg, and then switch sides and lower the opposite leg while keeping your upper body as still as you possibly can. Remember to relax your shoulders. And we switch. The other option is to have your knees bent, and you tap your toes down. You switch and switch. Tap and tap. We're here for 8 more. For 7. For 6. For 5. Even I have trouble staying up here. For 4. For 3. Last 2. On 1, we pause with both legs. We're grabbing the back side of our legs. Options here to hold the back side or completely release. We're going to tuck and lower all the way back. Our arms come down to the mat. Similar to what we just did at the beginning, except this time, instead of your legs go over your head, you want to think about lifting your hips and lifting your legs up to the ceiling. And you lower all the way back down and roll it all the way back up. And again, you can grab the back edge of your knees if you need to, or pull your knees into your chest. So this is the most progressed. and this is where you'll feel most stable. You tuck and roll, lower it all the way back down, lift your hips up, lower and roll it all the way forward. We have 8 more. Roll it back. Don't use momentum. Pause and then lift and then lower it all the way back down to roll it all the way back up. Last 7, roll it back. Lift your hips, lower your hips, roll it forward. First 6, roll it back, lift your hips, lower your hips, roll it forward. Last 5, lift your hips, lower your hips, roll it forward. For 4, lift, lower, roll it forward, roll it back. For 3, roll it forward and roll it back. For 2, remember not to let your legs drop over your head. They're lifting up to the ceiling. Last 1, and stay here. Just your hips are going to lift up to the ceiling and lower. Lift, lower. This one's extremely painful. Lower. We're only here for 7. For 6, really think about using your core to lift your hips up, not using your legs to gain momentum. Last 3. For 2. Last 1, lower your hips all the way down. Go ahead and plant your feet on the mat and lift your hips up. Slide your block underneath your tailbone. So you want it to be a little bit lower, not underneath your spine, under your tailbone. Hands are going to come behind your neck for support. Legs are lifting to tabletop. We're going to tap our toes down as we inhale, and exhale, lift both legs right back up to tabletop. Inhale, lower and tap your toes. Exhale, lift them right back up to tabletop. If you don't have a block, you can also place a ball under your spine, or you don't even need the prop. The prop is just another way to elevate. We inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Remember to maintain your core. So you're not arching just to get your toes down to the mat. Notice how my pelvis is tucked under, my belly button's pulled to spine, my ribs are not flared out, even when my toes go down. So if that means that your toes are only lowering halfway where you can maintain the 90-degree angle, you can maintain your core, that's exactly where I want you to go. We're only here for 3. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. Both legs are in tabletop. Hands are interlaced behind your neck. You're going to exhale, crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Inhale, lower. I want you to really think about lifting not by bending your neck, but by trying to pull up from your shoulders and lift your upper body as much as you can. I know it's a small movement if you have the block under your back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. My head is hanging heavy in my hands, so the movement is coming from my core, not from my neck. We're here. Exhale, lift for 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1. Inhale, lower. Now we're adding on. You're going to exhale, crunch up through center and pause. Crunch over to the left side, extend your right leg long. You're trying to get your right shoulder blade up off the mat. Bend your right knee back into tabletop and then lower down through center. Make sure you exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders through center. Then we crunch over to the left, extend the right. Then we bend it back in through center and lower it down. Exhale, crunch it up through center. Go left, extend right. Bend it in, lower it down. Exhale, crunch it up through center. Crunch over to the left, extend the right leg long, bend the right leg in, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Exhale, crunch it up. I know it's starting to burn. We twist over to the left, extend the right, bend it in, and lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Last 4, exhale, crunch through center, twist over to the left, extend the right, bend the right knee in, lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Last 3, exhale, crunch it up. Twist it over to the left. Remember, you're trying to get your right shoulder blade up off the mat and lowering down. Exhale, crunch it up for 1. Twist over to the left, extend the right, and hold. You're going to hold the twist here. Just the right leg. Lift straight up to the ceiling and lowers back down. Same thing that we did in the warm-up. You lift, Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. If you need a breather at any point, you can tap your left toes down to the mat for support. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. We're only here for 4 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Are your right shoulder blades up off the mat? Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower, and hold. Your right leg can either be extended out long or extended up to the ceiling. You're going to tap your left toes down. Exhale, lift your left toes right back to tabletop. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Or your right leg is extended up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. If your right leg is lowered, that's a little bit more difficult. Exhale, lift. We're here for 5. Inhale. Exhale. For 4. Make sure you still have a twist in your upper body for 3. Inhale. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale. Exhale, lift for 1. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Take a moment. Maybe wiggle your knees from side to side. Release your core and your hips. I like to do a little Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of my feet together, knees apart. For 1 breath in. 1 breath out. We have all of that over to the other side. Your legs are going to lift to tabletop. We're starting from the crunch followed by the twist. So we're going to exhale, crunch our head, neck, and shoulders up through center. Make sure we're lifting from our upper body, not our neck. Twist over to the right, extend the left leg straight, bend the left knee in, lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Exhale, crunch it up. Twist over to the right, extend the left, bend the left knee in, lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Exhale, crunch it up. Twist over to the right, extend the left. Bend the left knee in, lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Exhale, crunch it up. Try and get your left shoulder blades up off the mat. Bend it in, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Check in with your right leg in tabletop. Make sure that it stays at that 90-degree angle and you're not just letting your foot hang there in space. Exhale, crunch it up. Twist over to the right, extend the left. Bend it in, lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. We only have 3 more. Exhale, crunch it up. Twist over to the right, extend the left. Bend it in, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Last 2. Exhale, lift. Crunch over to the left, extend the right. Opposite. I said it opposite. Sorry, guys. Exhale, crunch it up. Twist over to the right, extend the left, and hold. Just the left leg stays straight. Right leg stays exactly where it is. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, lower. I lied. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. It's like something feels a little bit off here. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower it down. And remember, if you need to, you can tap your right toes down to the mat and hold them there for support. We're only here for 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. For 4. Exhale, lift. Make sure you still have the twist in your upper body. Your left shoulder blade is up off the mat. Last 2. Exhale, lift. Last 1. Exhale, lift. Left leg can stay extended up to the ceiling, or we lower it all the way down. We're tapping our right toes down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. And you're keeping that 90-degree angle with your right leg. So you're not just dropping your foot to tap your toes. You're keeping that angle. We're here for 5. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Bend your knees in. Go ahead and remove that block. Heel toe your feet so that they are the width of your mat, and drop your knees from side to side. Little windshield wiper to release your core and your low back. That one is not easy, but it's also one of my favorites. All right, big inhale, reach your arms up overhead, full body stretch. Exhale, lift your arms up above your chest, tuck your chin to your chest, and peel yourselves all the way up off the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, cross your ankles. We're flipping it over. Now we're going to need our block and a band. The band is going to go just above your knees, and the block is going to go underneath your left palm. Right palm is going to be down on the mat. We're stepping out to our high plank position. Make sure that your butt is low and not sticking up in the air. You're floating your right leg up off the mat and pulling your right knee into your nose, puffing up your back, and then extending your right leg straight back finding your high plank. Knee to nose, extend it straight back. Knee comes into nose, and we extend it straight back. We're here for 6 more, for 5. Pull it in, extend it back for 4. Make sure that your butt stays low. You puff up your back, and then you lower your butt back down. Last 3. Last 2. On 1, we hold it in, pulse the knee in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your right knee down to the mat. You're going to float your left toes up off the mat. Do a little leg lift. Left toes come down. Drive your right knee into your nose. Right knee down. Hug your elbows in. Lift your left leg up. Pilates push up. Hug your elbows in. Lower your upper body down. Squeeze your glutes and your core. Press right back up. Left toes down. Right knee comes into your nose. Right knee down. Left toes lift. Pilates push up and press it up. Left toes down. Right knee comes into your nose. Right knee down. Left toes lift, and make sure that you're not arching here. You're pulling up from your belly button. Lower your body, your upper body down, and press right back up. Left toes down. Right knee comes into our nose. Right knee comes down. Our left leg only lifts as high as it can go while maintaining our core. Lower your upper body to the mat. Press it right back up. Left toes down. Right knee to nose. Right knee down. We're lowering. We only have 3 more of these. Lower. Press and lift up. Left toes down. Right knee to nose. Right knee down. Left toes lift. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your core. Lower it down. Press it right back up. Pull your right knee in. Last 1. Lift your left toes. Lower it down. Press it up and hold. We're staying here. Just our left toes. Tap it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze your glute up at the top. Make sure that you're not arching here, so you're pulling up from your belly button. Exhale, lift. So we're not just flailing our leg up to get it as high as we can go. We're pulling up from our core and squeezing our glute so that your leg is probably only going as high as the line that's already being formed by your upper body. And that's totally fine. We're here for 3 more. For 2. On 1, we hold the leg lifted. You're tapping your left toes over to the left. Exhale, lifting them up through center and tapping them over to the right. You come through center, tap left, center, tap right. And you can maybe float your right arm up off the mat and your right hand comes behind your neck. You tap over to the right, lift up through center, tap over to the left. You come up, tap right, come up, tap left. Gaze is down on the mat. We're here for 5. Through center, tap left. Through center. For 4. Through center, right. Through center. I had to think about right and left for a second there. For 3, lift through center. Check in with your upper body. The only thing that's moving is my left leg. My upper body is completely still. Last 2. Last 1. Bend your left knee in. Now we're doing fire hydrants. Maybe now you try and float that right hand up off the mat. Exhale, we lift the left leg out to the left. Inhale, lower. Left leg stays at a 90-degree angle. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. If your wrist is starting to hurt, you can come up onto your knuckles. This is my second time doing this workout this week because I did it in one of my classes, so my wrist is hurting a bit. You press it out and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Really think about squeezing your glute up at the top and then lowering it back down. Exhale, lift for 5. Exhale, lift for 4. Check in with your upper body. You're not arching for 3. Exhale, lift for 2. Exhale, lift for 1, and we add on. Extend your left leg straight. Bend your left knee. Lower it down. Exhale, lift. Extend. Bend. Lower. Exhale, lift, extend, bend, lower. Exhale, lift for 6, extend, bend, lower. Exhale, lift for 5. Squeeze your glute. Extend, bend, lower. Exhale, lift for 4. Extend, bend, lower. Check in with your upper body. You're not arching for 3. Bend, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Extend, bend, lower. Exhale, lift for 1. Hold the bend. Pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Maybe now you float that arm up for 3, 2, 1. Lower it all the way back down and flip it over so that your right glute is down on the mat. Band is just above your knees. And we're gonna move on to do some side work. Excuse me, the block is gonna come just in front of your upper body. Your right arm is gonna extend further out. So I don't want the block in your hand to be in the same alignment. The block is closer to where your chest would line up and your arm is further out. You're floating your left leg up and you're gonna press back into the band and then pull your left knee in to be in line with your right. Think about pressing into the band with the back of your leg, so you're squeezing your glute at the back and then bringing it in. With your upper body, I want you to really make sure that you're not just sinking into your palm, you're pressing into it so your shoulder is not just being dumped into. You're lifting up from your upper body. Press it back for 5 and bend it in. Press it back for 4 and in. Press it back for 3 and in. Press it back for 2 and in. Make sure you're really getting the full range of motion for 1. Bend it in, lower it down. Now we're gonna practice the upper body. You're gonna bend your right elbow, tap it down to the mat, and then press into your palm and lift right back up. You lower your right elbow down, press and lift. So your arm has to be parallel with the sides of your mat. You don't want your elbow turned this way and you're parallel with the top of your mat. Otherwise it will feel really awkward in just a moment and you'll see why. You press in and lift up and lower it down. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. You'll feel it in your triceps. Inhale, lower. Make sure your shoulders are rolled back and away from your ears. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. Last 1. Press it up and hold. Now you're gonna float your left leg up off of the mat. When you lower your elbow down, your left knee is gonna pull in to your left elbow, and then you extend your left leg straight. Bend your left knee in, press your left leg back, press into your right palm and lift up. So your right elbow comes down, left knee pulls into your left elbow, extend your left leg straight, bend your left knee, press back into the band with your left leg, press into your right palm, lift your torso up. Lower down, pull it in, extend it out, bend it in, press it back, lift up. If you want to elevate, you can even add a lift. When you extend your leg forward, you'll press up, lift your hips up, bend, lower it down, and lift your torso. So you lower down onto your elbow, pull it in, press forward, lift your hips, bend your left knee, lower your hips down, press it back. We're only here for 5. Lower, bend it in, extend, bend, lower your hips, press back, lift up. For 4, bend it in, extend your leg, bend your leg, and press back and lift up. For 3, bend it in, extend your leg, bend your leg, lower it down, press back. Don't forget to press all the way back into the band. For 2, extend, bend it in, and press it back. Last 1, bend it in, extend, and press it all the way back. Now we're gonna lower it down, press up, lift your hips up, tap your left toes down, exhale, lift them up. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. Lower, exhale, lift. We're only here for 5. Exhale, lift. For 4, exhale, lift. For 3, exhale, lift. For 2, exhale, lift. Last 1, lift and hold. Pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7. We've got it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips all the way down to the mat. Go ahead and flip it over to a child's pose. You can take a sip of water, whatever you need. You have 3 breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Last one, biggest inhale and biggest exhale. And then you shift back forward into your tabletop. The block is gonna come underneath your right hand. I'm gonna flip over so that my back is not to you, but the block is under your right hand, left palm is down on the mat, right leg is extended straight back. Actually, I lied, we're starting from the plank. You're stepping all the way back. Block is under your right hand, butt is low. I almost skipped the whole plank series for you guys. We're gonna pull our left knee in, extend your left leg back. Left knee in, puff up your back, extend it back, lower your hips. Pull it in, extend it back. In and back. We're here for 5 more. For 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Pull it in, pulse it in for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knee down onto the mat. Now we're floating our left. Now we're, sorry you guys, English. Now we're floating our right toes up off of the mat, hugging your elbows in, lowering your chest down to the mat, pressing back up. Left toes come down, right knee pulls into your nose. Right knee down, left toes lift, lower your chest, press it up. Right toes down, left knee to nose, left knee down, right toes lift. Squeeze your glute, squeeze your core so that when your chest lowers, your leg lifts. And pull your knee to nose. So what I mean by that is instead of just lowering your chest, I want everything to lower in a line and press it up. Toes come down, knee pulls into nose. We're only here for 4 more. Lift, lower your chest, press it up. Toes come down, knee to nose, and down. Last 3, lower, lift, right toes down, knee to nose. Last 2, lift, lower it down, press it up, toes come down, knee to nose. Last 1, lift, lower your chest, press it up and hold. Just your right toes, tap down onto the mat and exhale, lift. Notice how my upper body is completely still and the only thing that's moving is my right leg. We're tapping our right toes down and then squeeze your glute up at the top and lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. For 3 more. Exhale, lift for 2. Exhale, lift for 1. Hold it here. We're tapping over to the right, coming through center. Tap your toes over to the left. Maybe you try and float your left arm up off the mat. Your hands come behind your head. My upper body is completely still. The only thing that's moving is my right leg. We're here for 5 more. Come up through center, tap right. Up through center, tap left. For 4, tap right. And tap left. For 3, make sure you're not arching. Actively think about pulling your belly button up to your spine and not letting your belly drop. Last 1, we tap right, tap left, bend your right knee in, right leg stays at a 90-degree angle. We're opening our right leg out to the right. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 5. Squeeze your glute up at the top. Exhale, lift for 4. Exhale, lift for 3. Exhale, lift for 2. Exhale, lift for 1, and we add on. Exhale, open out to the right. Extend your right leg straight. Bend your right knee, lower it down. Exhale, open to the right. Extend your leg, bend, and lower. Exhale, lift. Extend, bend, and lower. Exhale, lift for 5. Extend, bend, and lower. Maybe now you try and float that left arm up off of the mat. Exhale, lift for 3 more. Extend, bend, and lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Extend, bend, and lower. Exhale, lift for 1. Hold the bend. Just pulse it up for 10. 9. I don't know if you guys saw, I almost fell. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it all the way back down and flip it over. This time we're on our left hip. The block is going to come in front of our left chest. Our left chest. English is hard today, you guys. The block is going to come in front of our chest. Right hand is going on the block. Left arm is going to go further away from your body so that when you lower onto your elbow comes underneath your shoulder. We're starting up. You're going to float your right leg up and press back into the band. Think about sweeping your foot back and you're keeping that 90-degree bend in your leg. And then you pull your knee in. Press back into the band. Squeeze your glute at the back and then pull your knee in. Press it back. Bend it in. Press back into the band and bend it in. We're here for 4 more. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. Last one, bend it in and hold just the upper body. We tap our left elbow down, press into your palm, lift up. Tap your left elbow, press and lift. Tap it down, exhale, lift. For 5, really squeeze your tricep up at the top. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. We're combining the 2. You're going to float your right leg up. Pull your right knee into your elbow as you lower down onto your left elbow. And then press it back and lift up. Maybe you add that leg extension. So you lower down onto your elbow, pull your knee forward, extend your right leg, bend your right knee, press your right leg back, lift up onto your palm. Maybe you add the lift of your hips. When you pull it in, extend your leg, lift your hips, bend your knee, lower your hips, press your right leg back. So your right leg is going to pull in. Extend your right leg, lift your left hip up off the mat. Bend your right knee, lower your hip down, press it back. Bend it in, extend it up, pull it in, press it back. We're only here for 4 more. In, press and lift, bend it in, and press it back. You're here for 3. Extend, bend it in, press it back. For 2, extend, bend it in, press it back. Last one, extend, bend it in, press it back. Now we lower down onto your elbows. Even if you didn't lift your hips before, we're lifting our hips now. Right leg is straight. Exhale, float your right toes up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lift for 5. For 4. Last 3. Last 2. Hold it up on 1. Pulls it up for 10. 9. 8. We've got it. 7. 6. Don't forget to breathe. For 4. 3. 2. 1. Lower your hips all the way down to the mat. Go ahead and flip over onto your back. Move the block out of the way. Remove the band. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourselves a tight squeeze. And when you're ready, rock and roll up and down the length of your mat. Meet me in your forward fold. Get your right palm down onto the mat. Bend your left knee. Extend your left arm up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Come back through center. Left palm comes down. Left knee bends. Right arm, sorry guys, right and left are hard today. Right arm stands up toward the ceiling. Come back through center. 1 more each side. Right palm down. Right knee bends. Left arm extends up. And through center, left palm down, left knee bends, right arm extends up. Both palms down on the mat. And slowly peel yourselves all the way up. We have one last little piece and it's standing. We're going to need the block underneath your right foot to start. And you're going to take a light band and place it just around your ankles. And then you're going to need weights in hand. As always, I'm choosing my lighter weights because I just feel like it. So we're going to stand on the block with our right foot. Weights are in hand. Nice and simple to start. Arms are down at your sides. You're gonna bicep curl your arms while pressing your left foot back into the band. Think about pressing it to the back left corner of whatever room that you're in. So it's not going to the side, it's not going straight back, it's going at a diagonal. Press it back and lower it down. Press and bicep curl and lower. Nice and slow. Press it back, lower it down. Press for 5. Press for 4. Press for 3. Make sure that you're standing nice and tall, your shoulders are rolled away from your ears, you're not hunching forward, and your core is engaged for 2. Last 1. Now you're gonna take your left leg and cross it behind your right. We're gonna open our arms out, lateral raise, and swirl our left leg out to the side. So you're opening your arms out, left leg lifts and circles out to the left, and then we lower it back down. Left leg lifts and circles out to the left, and we lower it back down. Lift and lower. You really want to engage your core so that you find stability. When I did this in class, I fell over because I forgot about my core. We lift and lower. Exhale, lift for 4. Check in with your shoulders. They're pulled back away from your ears for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Last little variation here. Your left leg is back. Arms are down at your sides. You're gonna hinge your chest forward. Squeeze the life out of your glutes. Squeeze your core so that just like in the Pilates push-up, when you lower your chest, your whole body lowers in a line. Your arms are gonna airplane behind you. And then you come to stand. Your left toes come down. Both arms front raise in front. Lower your arms down. Hinge it forward. Squeeze everything. Squeeze your triceps so your arms fly back. And come back through center. Arms lift. Arms lower. We hinge it forward. Press into the band to lift your leg. And lower it back. Arms lift. We're here for 5. Hinge it forward. Come back through center. Lift the arms. We're here for 4. Hinge it forward. Come back through center. Lift the arms. We're here for 3. Squeeze everything so that you lower in a line. Come back through center. Lift the arms. Remember, if the band is annoying, the first thing I want you to do is remove the prop. Hinge it forward. Come back through center. Last 1. Hinge it forward and hold. Just the left leg is going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 5. For 4, triceps are engaged, so your arms are staying airplane back. For 3. For 2, on 1, hold the leg lifted, pulse the arm and the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Ooh, I almost fell. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it all the way back down. Now we have that over to the other side, so we're just going to scooch the block over. Block is coming underneath our left foot. Weights stay exactly where they are. Exact same thing. You're going to press your right leg back to the back right corner of the room. Bicep curl the arms. Press the leg back. Lower your arms. Lower your leg. Press it back. And come back through center. Press it back. And through center. Check in with your upper body. Make sure you're not hunching forward. You're standing tall. Your core is engaged. Your shoulders are pulled away from your ears. Think about rolling them down and back. Press and lift and lower. We're here for 4. Squeeze your glute up at the top for 3. Last 2. Last 1. We come back through center. Now, your right leg crosses behind your left. Arms are resting down at your sides. Palms start facing each other. Lateral raise. The arms open out to the side. Right leg lifts to the right and lower it back down. Open out to the side and lift and lower it all the way back down. So your right toes are doing a little circle. They open out to the right and then we lower. Notice how my upper body stays with that good posture. We have our shoulders rolled back, core is engaged, ribs are not flaring out, and we come back. We open for 5 and lower. Open and lift for 4 Open and lift for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Right leg comes behind your left. Last, English today is so hard. Last little piece. Squeezing everything, hinging our chest down, arms fly back, toes come down, and we lift the arms. Lower it down. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core, everything lowers, and we come right back up. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell in the video, but there's a little jump cut because I just did this and my camera had stopped filming, so we're doing this again, which means it burns extra, but that's okay. We lift, come back through center. We're here for 4 more. Lift the arms, lower the arms, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your triceps, squeeze your core, lower in a line. Come back through center, lift the arms. Last 2, hinge it down. Oh, don't fall. Sorry guys, my muscles are giving out. Last 1, we hold it here, just the right toes. Tap and lift, tap and lift. Squeeze your triceps, they're active. Your arms are not just resting down. We're here for 5. Squeeze your glute at the top for 4. Last 3, make sure your back is flat. You're not hunching forward for 2. Hold it up on 1, pulls everything up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. The second time around was way more painful. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Go ahead and remove those props. Take off the band. Heel till your feet out so that they're mat's width distance. Palms come down onto the mat. Bend your knees. Find your deep prayer squat. Forward fold. Bend your knees. Palms stay down on the mat. We're just moving through. Forward fold to deep prayer squat. It's one of my favorite transitions to do, to just loosen everything back up in your legs. And then in the forward fold, you can release your spine and all the weight that it's carrying. Last 2. Last 1. Meet me in the forward fold. Heel to your feet so that they're hips width distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands out to a high plank. Walk your knees in under your hips, and then gently lower your knees down onto the mat. Inhale, arch your belly, lift your head and look up. Exhale, round your spine, gaze goes to your navel. Inhale, arch your belly, lift your head and look up. Exhale, round and look down. Come back through center. Inhale, reach your right arm up for the sky. Exhale, thread the needle under, but don't land your shoulder. We unwind and reach all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale, thread the needle under. One more big inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread the needle under. Unwind all the way. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Right arm down, left arm extends up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, thread the needle under. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, thread the needle under. Inhale, unwind. Last 1. Exhale, thread the needle under. And unwind all the way back up. Both palms down onto the mat. Walk your knees through your hands. Extend your legs out long. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Stack your spine all the way up. Take anything else that you might need, but that is the workout for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll be uploading 1 Pilates class and 1 sculpt class every single week. I absolutely loved all of your comments on my last video, so please keep giving me suggestions and feedback. It really helps and motivates me to keep going, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.